keep studying also side by side. So in the last class we got an idea about the quadrilateral. Any four-sided figure, closed figure is a quadrilateral. Now we have some special type of quadrilaterals. One very important one is parallelogram. So today I will give you an idea about the parallelograms, right? So just focus on the board and listen very sincerely, very carefully, attentively. You will get an idea which will help you in higher classes. Thank you so much. Before I start, I have a very sincere request to you all. Please watch the videos till the end. All the videos, please watch them till the end so that you don't miss the important thing. So in the last class, we had a discussion of the types of quadrilaterals. You got a basic idea of the type of quadrilaterals where we discussed parallelograms, rectangle, trapezium, isosceles trapezium, square, rhombus and the kite. Today I will explain you the parallelograms, the type of parallelograms in a very detailed manner, right? So just pay attention to the explanation and focus on the board. The first thing is we have to understand what is a parallelogram, right? So any four-sided figure, quadrilateral, in which both pairs of the opposite sides are parallel, right? So most important thing is we have to understand the properties of the parallelogram first. In the first figure, figure ABCD is a parallelogram, right? Where we have opposite sides are equal, that is AB is equal to CD and AD is equal to BC. Opposite sides are parallel, that is AB is parallel to CD and AD is parallel to BC. Opposite angles are also equal, that is angle A will be equal to angle C and angle B will be equal to angle D, right? Next point we have to understand is the diagonals, that is AC and BD. These are the diagonals which connect the opposite vertex, right? So the diagonals bisect each other. That means they cut each other into 50-50. So if the meeting point is O, then AO will be equal to OC and BO will be equal to OD. Keep it in mind that diagonals bisect each other, right? Then the next thing is these diagonals will bisect their respective angles also. That is diagonal AC will bisect the angle A as well as the angle C, and the diagonal BD will bisect the angle B as well as angle D. Bisect means into two equal parts, 50-50, right? And the most important thing is the adjacent angles are supplementary. Supplementary means when the sum of two angles is 180 degree, we call them as supplementary angles. The two angles whose sum is 90 degree is complementary, and the two angles whose sum is 180 degree are said to be supplementary angles, right? Adjacent means angle A plus angle B will be equal to 180 degree, or angle B plus angle C will be equal to 180 degree, or angle C plus angle D will be equal to 180 degree, or angle A plus angle D will be equal to 180 degree. That means we can have four pairs here. Got this point? Adjacent angles are supplementary. That means if you add the two angles side by side, you get the answer as 180 degrees. So this is a parallelogram, right? All these properties you have to understand and learn them. Now the important thing we have to discuss here is that rectangle, square and rhombus, these are actually parallelograms. Getting my point? These are actually parallelograms, which means that all these properties which we have discussed over here for the parallelogram will apply equally to all the other three figures: rectangle, square and rhombus also. Now, how to distinguish between a rectangle, a square, a rhombus? All are parallelograms, no doubt. But then also each of them have some specific property which will distinguish it from the other two. Let us take the first one, rectangle. We have the rectangle EFGH. So all the properties of the parallelogram will be here also. Next important thing over here you will find is that the corner angles are 90 degree. So we can say that in a parallelogram, if the corner angles are 90 degree each, then it will be said to be a rectangle. Here the diagonals will bisect as in the parallelogram, but diagonals are equal over here, right? And important thing is opposite sides equal. This also we had mentioned over there for the parallelogram. So just two conditions important we have for the rectangle here is that the corner angles are 90 degree and the diagonals are equal. Rest all the properties of the parallelogram will apply. Now see the next figure, the square. We have a square IJKL, right? Here the corner angles are again 90 degree. Diagonals are also equal. Now you will say, sir, how to distinguish between a rectangle and a square? So if you remember, I told you that the diagonals are equal and bisecting in the rectangle. Same thing applies here also, but here the diagonals will meet each other at 90 degree. And all the four sides of a square are equal. Whereas in rectangle we had opposite sides were equal. I hope it's clear, right? So for the square we have corner angles is equal to 90 degree. Diagonals are equal. Diagonals meet at 90 degree. And all the four sides are equal. Whereas in the rectangle we had opposite sides were equal, right? Now let us move on to the third figure, the rhombus. Rhombus is just a square, a twisted sort of figure, right? You hold the base and you push the top. You get a slightly tilted figure. Now here also we have all the four sides are equal as we had in the square. But the diagonals are unequal, right? Diagonals are not equal. The diagonal MO will not be equal to NP. One of the diagonal will be greater over here than the other one. As we had in the square, diagonals meet at 90 degree. In a rhombus also, they meet at 90 degree. And here also we have all the sides are equal. So when you try to distinguish between a square and a rhombus, the only difference you will find will be that diagonals are unequal, right? For a square all the sides are equal. For a rhombus also all the sides are equal, right? But for a square diagonals are equal, but for a rhombus the diagonals are not equal, right? And also you will observe that the corner angles of the square are 90 degrees, but in the rhombus, the corner angles are not 90 degrees, right? And no doubt, in both the cases, square and rhombus, we have that diagonals meet at 90 degree. So, I hope you can easily distinguish between these three figures, keeping in mind this discussion we had just now. And in all the three figures, once again I am telling, all the properties of the parallelogram will apply for each of the figure along with the special properties of these three figures. Only then you will be able to distinguish them, right? So class, this was the chapter of quadrilaterals of the series K1, K2, K3. We had 3 videos for this chapter, and for all the other chapters of 6th standard mathematics, you can go to the description of this video. You will get a playlist 6th standard mathematics, or you can also find it at the end of this video. You have an end screen template, right? 6th standard mathematics. You can find all the videos over there. So just keep revising, keep practicing as many sums as possible. Only then you will be able to understand your fundamentals and clear your doubts, the concepts. Thank you. Bye-bye. Love you all. Goodbye.